I believe a synonym for shapeshifter is skinwalker, so this list might include some of those too. I'm your host Youssef, and these are 10 scary shapeshifter incidents the Pentagon is trying to hide. Make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Anyways, let's shift into gear. See what I did there? Number 10, IJIRAK. In the Inuit religion, an IJIRAK is a shape-shifting creature that is said to kidnap youngins, hide them away, and abandon them. The Inukshuk of stone allows these little peeps to find their way back if they can convince the IJIRAK to let them go. In North Baffin dialects, IJIRAK means shape-shifter, while Taryakshuk appear like a half-man, half-caribou monster. An IJIRAK can appear in any form it chooses, making it particularly deceptive. Their eyes will always stay red, no matter what they shapeshift into. Their real form is just like a human, but their eyes and mouth are sideways. When you are hunting somewhere that IJIRAK inhabit, you will see them in the corner of your eye for a fleeting moment. If you try to observe them directly, however, they are completely elusive. They are sometimes helpful, sometimes fatally deceptive. Number 9, the Navajo Skinwalker. The Navajo, or Dene, people of North America have a long-standing belief in magic and shapeshifting, and the Skinwalker, or Yi-Naldlushi, continues to stand as one of the more widely known examples of both. The Navajo Skinwalker is believed to wander far across the American cultural landscape. Often reduced to a mere werewolf trope, this shadowy being frequently emerges in film, TV, and even conspiracy theories. Number 8, ancient werewolves. You may not have thought about it until now, like me, but werewolves are really the original shapeshifters. A book written by Konstantinos and published by Llewellyn Worldwide describes many historical accounts of werewolf encounters. The publishers had this to say about the book. How does one become or end a werewolf? Where do our modern shapeshifting stories come from? Are werewolves real? The truth is much stranger than fiction. Werewolves investigates the centuries-old myths and compelling evidence surrounding these enigmatic beasts of literary fame. It explores 4 types of werewolves: involuntary, voluntary, other dimensional beings, and astral, plus Native American beliefs, ancient legends from cultures worldwide, true stories of sightings, and scientific theories. From shamanistic practices and curses to substance-induced hallucinations and serial butcher werewolves, this book will tantalize readers. It also includes authentic rituals for werewolf transformation. Number 7, LOBIZON. The LOBIZON, as the people of South America know it, is a bit different from the Western notion of the werewolf. According to legend, the LOBIZON is a type of werewolf that is most often described as being quadrupedal, but is occasionally seen walking on its hind legs. But unlike the Hollywood incarnation of the beast, a LOBIZON is created not from the bite of another werewolf, but as the result of a hereditary curse. Only the 7th son, that is to say the 7th boy in an unbroken line of boys, may inherit the condition. This has caused immense fear in the people, and as a result has caused a lot of people to give up these boys for adoption, to outright abandon them, and are even removed from the picture by their own families in some cases. And like the Hollywood version of the werewolf, the LOBIZON is subject to the cycles of the moon. Every night of the full moon, at the stroke of midnight, the boy in question undergoes an agonizing transformation into a ferocious wolf. Into a ferocious wolf-like beast of great size and strength that lives to hunt. Number 6, LOBISOMEM. The LOBISOMEM is a creature in the folklore of South America. In Brazil, it is usually thought to be a werewolf, but in some versions is a ball of fire, or an unusually large pig. In human form, it is said to look like a normal person, except for slightly pointed ears and yellowish pale skin. In werewolf form, it has no difference whatsoever from other cultures' descriptions. There are a variety of ways that one can become a LOBISOMEM. 1. Being hit by a LOBISOMEM. 1. Being bit by a LOBISOMEM. 2. Coming into contact with a LOBISOMEM's blood. 3. Being a family's 7th son, in which case the son can be saved by making one of his elder brothers his godfather. 4. Being the first male son of a couple with 7 daughters, in which case the first transformation takes place on said son's 13th birthday. Or 5. Punishment for incest, concubinage, or a woman having intimate relations with a priest. Some say that a LOBISOMEM transforms every day in which the moon is in its full phase. Others say that the change only occurs on Fridays with such conditions. Either way, in all versions, it transforms at night, usually attacking travelers and animals on the road. Number 5. VRKOLAK. The VRKOLAK of traditional Slavic lore were undead shapeshifters. They shared features with both vampires and werewolves. In modern Slavic languages, the word refers only to werewolves, while in Greek, VRKOLAKAS, derived from Slavic, means vampire. The myth in its ancient form took notable influence on Stoker's horror classic Dracula. In the book, Dracula has hairy palms, a VRKOLAK feature, and can change into a wolf. The VRKOLAK use charmed wolf skins for their transformation, hence the name. In some versions of the myth, if a VRKOLAK sinned with a mortal woman, she gave birth to a future vampire hunter. Number 4. The CHONCHON. According to legend, the CHONCHON is the result of a magical transformation performed by a Kalku, a Mapuche sorcerer. Only the most powerful Kalkus are said to possess the knowledge to become this feared creature. To become a CHONCHON, the Kalku undergoes a voluntary transformation facilitated by an anointing with a magical cream on the throat. This cream allows for the removal of the head from the body, with the detached head becoming the CHONCHON. The CHONCHON takes the form of a human head adorned with feathers and talons. Its unusually large ears function as wings, enabling it to fly during moonless nights. It is believed that CHONCHONs possess all the magical powers of a Kalku and can only be seen by other sorcerers or individuals seeking such power. Sorcerers assume the form of the CHONCHON to engage in their malevolent activities, and this transformation grants them additional abilities, including the ability to drink the blood of the sick or sleeping. Number 3. Shapeshifting animals. Redditor Maui Rain has a wild story for us about when he and his son saw a shapeshifter. As we were driving down this road, going about 55 miles per hour, in the distance we both saw what at first we thought was a deer running in our lane of the road, coming straight at us. But within a couple seconds we realized it was not a deer, but a golden colored horse. It must have been about 250 to 300 feet away at this point. As it got about 150 feet away, it leaped upwards and morphed instantly into a giant owl right before our eyes. As soon as we saw that, my son yelled out, "WTF?" and swerved the car to the left to avoid it, and just as he did this, the owl immediately landed about 50 feet ahead of us to our right, in that little area outside the white line, like the bike path area. Now, as soon as this happened, it was almost as if a trance came over us. It affected both of us in the same ways. Number 2. Bad graphics. I was walking to work at 8 a.m. this morning in a busy city. The temperature was 6 degrees Celsius or 42 degrees Fahrenheit, so it was cold. I had been awake over an hour at this time, so wide awake, and was listening to music on YouTube as I walked. Coming towards me down the street, I saw a man in shorts, short sleeves, and thongs walking down the street. I glanced at his face and saw that it was really vague or nondescript, almost featureless. At first I thought they were wearing a stocking over their head, and I was trying to think of a reason they'd be doing that. But then I realized this person just had extremely vague features, like just a smooth surface where their face should have been. They had bright blue eyes and a lump where their nose should have been, and otherwise their face was formless. They had no hair on their head, no facial hair. As I got closer, their face got more definition, like it was loading in or something. And by the time they were next to me, I could see their face more clearly. Still a fairly nondescript face, but now I could see a more human nose, cheeks, etc. I have pretty good vision. I can make out people's features from across the street fairly well. This person had almost no face when I first saw them at a distance. It looked like they were wearing a stocking over their face. Not sure if this was a reptilian shapeshifter, and I may simply have been mistaken, but a lot about this person was extremely odd to me. Number 1. Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber apparently shapeshifted into a reptilian while greeting fans who had waited for him to arrive at Perth Airport, Australia, according to hundreds of witnesses who took to social media and were interviewed by local press after the incident. One witness, interviewed by news outlet Perth Now, said that all hell broke loose in the airport after Justin Bieber shapeshifted in front of his fans. There were girls hiding in toilets, crying. Guys were running for the exits, jumping in taxis to get out of there. Thanks for watching. Those were 10 scary shapeshifter incidents the Pentagon is trying to hide. Leave a like and comment if you think we missed anything, and we hope you have a scary day.